All right, guys, bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to chuck my video on. Someone can give me a comment in the chat section that they can hear this all right. Sorry, guys. How are we? Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Josh. Sweet. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So welcome to the webinar. For some of you, you're going to be on live right now. Some of you are also going to be able to catch the replay. You're going to get obviously be able to still potentially get opportunity to be eligible for one of the scholarships, hopefully. So we'll see how many people are going to obviously take up the opportunity tonight. There will be quite a few. I will offer an extended opportunity live for the webinar tonight, but we're going to be offering, I guess, five scholarships outside of this webinar, which will be pretty cool. So if you're watching this on the replay, there's going to be 5 eligible scholarships that you'll be able to gain access to. I will keep this open only for the next 24 to 48 hours. And even when you're watching the replay, by the time you talk to someone, make sure you're getting back to them soon. So guys, what I'm going to be doing tonight, I just want to really break this down. I'm not going to be pitching or selling you something. I'm just going to be explaining to you what digital marketing is, how I was able to go from being a tradie background, demolition asbestos removalist, personal trainer, jack of all trades, master of none, to now basically being a CEO of 4 companies and doing multiple 7 figures at the moment myself, and affiliating with a business partner, Chris Duncan, who business is turning over about 7 mil all through digital marketing. We're not here to sell you something. We're just here to, I guess, show you the opportunity, show you a little bit about what digital marketing is, why you should become a digital marketer, how it's benefiting in the 21st century. I apologise, I'm not going to be that person that's going to have slides and all that sort of stuff. So go and grab a pen and paper now. I am going to wait a couple of minutes, about 20, 30 seconds, I've got about, 48 people on at the moment. We are expected to have about 70 that have registered. So I'll give another couple of seconds, minutes, see how we go there. And then what we're going to do, guys, we're just going to really just, I guess, hash out exactly why you should become a digital marketer, why it's going to be a good career change for yourself if you're currently employed or working full time, and I guess how you can benefit to help yourself, your family, in your future. Because like I said before, I wasn't really going anywhere fast. I wasn't doing much with my life, and now I've been able to completely do a flip 360 and actually transfer it around. And yeah, get to live a pretty good life, get to travel quite a lot, live pretty freely. I was overseas for about 3.5 months of the last 12 last year, traveled to 6 overseas countries, went to Bali, Thailand. I was in Vietnam, Hong Kong, Europe, the US. Like I got to live life. So I do that very regularly. I'm starting to invest into more properties now. So if I can help some guys that jump on tonight that have been sort of doing the trade, busting their ass 9 to 5 or 7 to 3 for the tradie brothers, I get the times. Yeah, I'm just looking to help you with that opportunity, guys. So I think we've got about 64 on now. Oh, wait, see, we should get full numbers, I reckon, because this is going to be a pretty good webinar. So if not, what we'll do is I might actually just get into it, because I don't want, obviously, anyone that watching the replay, I don't want to take too much of your time. It's going to be about 15, 20 minutes. So I'll be honest, it's probably most of us spend that long maybe watching porn or probably a fucking episode of Netflix. So if you can take 20 minutes from your busy schedule, guys, I'd just love for you to watch this and just enjoy it. Hey, just enjoy it. As you can tell, I'm a pretty chilled out dude. Kick back. I'm not going to be sitting here with like one of these real stuck up dudes telling you that this is my fucking fake Lamborghini, all that sort of stuff. I'm actually just going to be a real bloke. Just be genuine, break down the numbers for you and explain how it can work. I might use a whiteboard, see if I can be that technical, but if not, guys, we'll just be having a good chat. So anybody that's watching this live right now, there's all 68 of you now. If you're watching this, make sure you give us a comment and ask any questions during. Otherwise, I'm going to power through. So guys, what I'm going to do is I just want to explain a little bit how I was able to find digital marketing and I guess how it allowed me to benefit my life. So basically, I was at a pretty low point. I was doing demolition asbestos removal. I was doing that for about 2 years. And beforehand, I'd been doing some roofing on and off. I'd also been doing some personal training. And I wasn't really going anywhere fast. I was coming from the back end of playing semi-professional footy over in the UK. And I injured myself, tore my ACL, and basically just really went through a negative patch and didn't really do anything after that. And I found myself in a pretty dark space, and I was working for time for money, which is the big thing. And a lot of people out there that will be watching this, they'd understand that, probably nod your head right now. Time for money is the main way in which we make money. And then I was looking for an opportunity. I clicked on an ad that said, become an online personal trainer. I knew I had a Cert 3, Cert 4, so I clicked on that. Learned to run a couple of ads. At the time, I was fucking green. I was probably very, very green. Probably more of you would have more tech savviness than I had back then. Didn't have Instagram. I only had about 350 friends on Facebook. Wasn't really doing much. I didn't really know where to start. I remember my first lot of ad campaigns. I flicked the wrong switch and spent about $800. And at the time, I was fucking broke as a joke. Spent $800, which I didn't have because I was running on credit cards. And then I just said to myself, I have to learn to sell. So I watched all the tutorials in this course, and it was like 20 grand at the time. Don't worry, we're not going to charge you that, nowhere near actually. It was about 20 grand at the time, and yeah, I was fucking shit scared, and I was like, what do I do? 800 bucks, 20 grand, fucking finance, like 35k in debts, credit cards, personal loans, all that jazz. I'm like, how am I going to turn this around? And somehow I managed to get leads, which was like obviously what we were all watching and what digital marketing is the precedence of. So I got some leads, and I had about 18, I think, from my 800 bucks, which is shit house. And don't worry, guys, I have learned that mistake. You won't learn the same from us. And from there, what I did was I actually was able to sell 6 people into a 3K online health and fitness program. And I did that in my first sort of month. And from that, I had 3 people pay me up front, and I made about 9 grand up front. And then I had payment plans for the other 3. So I was like, fuck, this is pretty good. And then I ended up getting offered a job by the person that was running that course at the time. I moved down to Melbourne, worked under him for about 2 years, but I was still like, fuck, I'm teaching people how to do this. Why don't I just go and do it myself? And then that's when 2 years into it, I decided, you know what, James, now you're ready. You've fucking learned everything there is to know about Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google AdWords, everything there is to know. And I decided to go all in, and I used my social media skills and what I was able to learn and my ability to sell and obviously market. And then in my first sort of 12 months of creating my own business, I generated a health and fitness business to over $1 million in sales revenue in a 7-month period. And then I created 3 other companies that were doing multiple 6 figures as well. So that's how you get obviously the $1.8 million annual mark over the last 2 years. So I just used the digital marketing skills that I got. In that time, I also sought after a new mentor, Chris Duncan, who I'm going to talk a little bit about, because he actually is the facilitator of the certification and also the co-founder of DM Agent and AIDM. So he's the one that's really going to break all this down for you and explain his journey, how we connected. And I met him, and he said to me, he's like, James, you and I are on the same path, the same journey. We both were running massive digital marketing businesses with lots of income coming in and teaching people how to do that. But we wanted to certify people and actually go back to our roots and I guess become somebody that would be seen in Australia, and not only Australia, the world, that actually takes the care and the time to go back and help young guys and girls and blokes and everything like in between to fucking actually learn what we have, you know, because we were both regular dudes, and Chris is doing about 7 mil annually. I'm doing about 1.8 mil from across my multiple companies, as I said, but it's the power of digital marketing. So what I want to do is I just want to explain how digital marketing works and what it actually is, because you're probably sitting there going, yeah, sweet, like what is digital marketing? So digital marketing is any sort of social media or online platform, so Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google AdWords, SEO, in which you can market and sell products to other people using digital means, so online means. So what that does is basically, like you guys have been clicked on an ad to obviously get on this webinar or have a conversation with someone from my team, we target an audience and a sector of people based upon their interests and the things in which they follow, like, and interact with on social media and all other platforms. And then what we do is we target them with an offering where we actually give them what they're looking for. So I'm going to assume that some of you guys have been interacting with posts about getting out of the 9 to 5. Maybe you like NRL, AFL, Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. You got interest in these guys, and you know that they're sort of living these free lives and lives of freedom, and you're looking to transform your life. And maybe you've written hashtag always on the grind. You've hashtagged something, but that means you've now fallen into our circle, our sphere of vortex of marketing. And then you've been then marketed with the concept of an opportunity to get free and actually become a digital marketer. So that's obviously what we've done to gain you and to gain your trust in order to have this communication. So we're looking to teach you to do the same, whether that be for your current business or for somebody else's business, yeah? So for you guys that are watching at home and that are watching this right now, I want to explain this fact. It's like Inception. So we're going to teach you what we've used to get you here on this webinar in order to have this communication and conversation with ourselves. Because you see, as it currently stands, there's only 2 jobs outside of the CEO or owner of a company that get paid more than anybody else in the company, and that's a salesperson and a marketer. The reason being for that is that if a business doesn't have leads, for example, then a business doesn't exist. And if a business doesn't close leads, for example, then they definitely don't have profits. So marketing and sales are the 2 most important high-income skills that you can learn in the 21st century day and age. As it currently stands, the big one's this. There's 2.4 million small businesses in Australia alone. And I say in Australia alone due to the fact that as it currently stands, there's 24 million people in Australia. 2.4 million have small businesses, meaning 10% of the population services the remaining 90% of the population, which is a pretty alarming statistic to me, because of that 2.4 million people,
96% of them tend to fail within their first 5 years of business. And of that 96%, 85% of those small to medium-sized businesses have little to no digital marketing or online social media presence. So when we came up with the concept to certify people to learn to digital market, we came up with the understanding that we want to teach young guys and girls and people and men just like yourself to learn to digital market, because you see, there's an industry and people that are screaming for this. Remember when everybody used to jump on the personal training bandwagon, myself included, as I mentioned before, everybody thought, yeah, I'll become a PT, I can work flexible hours, train clients when I want, and that'll be my way to freedom. Or I go and do my trade and I become do my apprenticeship, get out of the apprenticeship, become the boss, and all of a sudden I just get guys working under me, and I just fucking sit back on my boat and fish. Like, that's not the case anymore. You know, like, businesses are requiring people to be in the business more so for longer, and also it's becoming a more saturated market. But digital marketing is a relatively green field. So write that down. It is a green field. It's a 21st century skill. So as it currently stands, in the last sort of 5 years, we've only been able to certify over 480 people. And that's not massive numbers if you ask me. So about 500 people almost in 5 years, 4 to 5 years. So it's been about 100 people a year. And we're doing pretty well. We're doing a lot of certifications. We've got a lot of people that we're really working alongside. Obviously, me working with Chris and me now really coming on board and driving this. And we're certifying a lot of people, but there's still 2.4 million people, 2.4 million businesses, and they're attached to families and friends and partners, and they're attached to communities. Like, I know for a fact each and every one of you watching this would walk down the street and you'd see your local cafe, your barber, anybody you know that owns a small business, and they're fucking sitting there going, it's hard. Like, it's hard to make money. It's hard to grow this thing because there's so much competition and they don't know what to do next. So what we're looking to do is educate guys to become the new digital marketing space and actually become a new industry and actually help them to make more money for themselves and help other people as well. So it's a double, you know, like it's actually pretty cool, because by the time you learn the certification, which is only 6 months to fully certified, which is obviously fucking a lot less than when I was at university doing, I think, 4 years at uni, nearly 5 years doing sport and exercise science, swapped out of physio. It's a lot less than that. And it's 6 months to fully certified, and to then gain a 6-figure income from that, it's a pretty fucking cool fact. Like, I know for a lot of you guys that have watched this, I can see just a few of the names. I've noticed a couple of dancers as well. Like, a lot of you guys are in that trade and you've been in that apprenticeship for 3-4 years, you know, and like, maybe you're fully qualified, maybe you're still going through it. And, you know that at the end of the tunnel, like, you're employed, but maybe you're not quite going past that 6-figure income. And in saying that, if you are, you're working 60 hours a week, probably more. And I reckon if I was to hear a few of you guys right now, if you were to turn your microphones on, sorry, I had to mute you all, I could probably hear you guys saying, like, it's true. Like, I'm fucking busting my ass. My back's cooked. My legs are cooked. I'm working all the time and I'm not really getting that far ahead. And the traditional Australian dream, so I get a bit, sorry, I do rant, guys. I do apologise. I'm trying to keep this quick. The traditional Australian dream is obviously work, buy a house, fucking pay the mortgage, and then work till you're dead, pretty much. Pay that one mortgage off. If you're lucky, you get 2 or 3 properties, and then you set up the mortgage and the debt for your kids to inherit. Yeah. So the reason why I chose digital marketing for my existence was because I know that it's a very high income skill, meaning that I don't have to go out to university to learn something. And I know that I can actually demand the money which I am able to bring for a business, because I control the lead flow into that business. So if they're starting to profit $100,000 a month and I started them at $10,000, they're only profiting $10,000, I take up to $100,000 a month. Do you not think that I can start to gradually increase my rate? So if I started running their ads at $10,000 a month and I was only charging them, let's say, for example, they were profiting $10,000, I charged them $1,000 to start with. By the time they start to get to $100,000, I can charge $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month, knowing that I fucking 10 times their overall profit margins, they're more than happy to pay me $5 to keep this tap on. Get what I mean, guys? Like, I actually start to control this. In 6 months to fully certified, I start to gain control. So I don't have to go back to university and I don't have to go through the job and work my way up through the ranks like traditional. I actually skip ahead and I become directly basically underneath the CEO. CEO, marketing team, sales team. That's how it goes. That's how businesses function. So when we're certifying people as a digital marketer and teaching you to become your own digital agency, what we're looking to do is skyrocket you through the concept of business and planning and becoming something and giving you these high income skills. So what I also do is I talk too quick, so I do apologise. I'm not fucking high on coke or anything like that, so probably a few of you sitting going, fuck, what's this coming on? No, I'm I just get real passionate about this, guys, because I was literally sitting there on the other side of this, just sitting there going, fuck, I just want an opportunity. You know, I just want something that's going to allow me to live freely. So I will try to slow down a little bit. The big thing for me about this, and when I'm wanting you guys to understand what digital marketing can do, is that we give you everything. We don't hide anything from you. If you haven't noticed, we're talking about the numbers of people that are there, the numbers of people that need what we have. And I'm only talking Australia. Like, if we start looking at US-based markets, there's 24 million people in New York alone. That's the same size as the population of Australia. I could rattle numbers off all day because this is what I do when I talk on stages all over the world and all over the country. There's 3.8 billion people. That's over 55% of the population using social media, meaning that more than half the population has some form of connection with something, buying or marketing and selling through social media. There's currently, obviously, 24 million people in New York alone, which is obviously larger than the population. Of the people that are worldwide, a lot of the people don't actually know products or marketing or anything in terms of business outside of the basically 15 to 20 kilometer radius of their local area. A lot of them get very sucked into this mindset of buy local, buy here. And what happens is a lot of the businesses that aren't in the higher population demographic, they struggle to market. Digital marketing makes it an even playing field. That's what I'm basically trying to get at, guys. It makes it an even playing field. So if you're going to market for a little guy, like a little cafe and restaurant on the corner that's owned by mum and dad or an auntie and uncle or like a close friend, they can then all of a sudden compete with like your McDonald's, your McDonald's, your KFCs, like the conglomerate, massive fucking organizations, due to the fact that they're targeted marketing and the audience in which we can teach you to do. So what I'm going to do is explain to you guys a little bit more around the certification, if you don't mind. So I'll just wait and see. All right, sweet. I'm good with that. A few ever said yes. I'll explain to you a little bit more about the certification and I guess how it's going to benefit you. And obviously I said that we give it to you guys to be able to use and I guess show you why I've decided to come back instead of just pushing forward my own business, scaling them to $10 million. Like I want to actually teach guys. Well, basically the certification itself goes through everything from Facebook to Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google AdWords and SEO. It goes through the whole intricate detailings of everything from start to finish. So we don't skip steps. Like we consider yourself to be the same as what I was when I first started. Like we're here to hold your hand and we're here to step you through it and we're here to support you. The certification itself actually has a massive component where as at the moment, what we're doing is we're actually giving you the exclusive rights to everything we've ever created. So all of our funnels, all of our ad pages, everything that we use for our clients, all of our testimonials, everything that we have gathered for obviously Chris's business doing 7 mil, my business doing almost $2 million. Everything we've ever gathered and created, we've actually put into this platform and we give to you. So if you were to look at it like that, it's like a business in a box. It's like literally getting a fucking PlayStation game, chucking it in the machine and then click and play. So we take a lot of the guesswork out. And the reason being was I remember when I came up with the concept and was talking with Chris about it, we don't want people to have to overthink the concept. I was like, fuck, I was a very simple dude, but at that time I didn't have a lot. I was young. I was about 23 when I first found it and I was young and I was taking risks, but I didn't really have sort of much to worry about. If I was going to get myself in debt, I was in debt, but that was about it. And I was like, I had time to learn and I had the ability to learn. But a lot of us want it now, you know? So a lot of us that are watching this were like, man, I don't have fucking 3 years to wait. So why not just skyrocket all that, cut out the bullshit and just get you certified in 6 months, get you earning money within your first 90 days. Like we have a focus to get you starting to bring on your first lot of clients in your first 90 days. So 90 days is generally when you can start to earn money and obviously earn while you learn, which is a big concept. A lot of the times when you think of certifications, it's like, I can't earn this amount of money. I can't be my own boss until I'm fully certified or qualified. Like think of a carpentry, electrician, plumber. Like you can't actually fully run your own business. You can do shit on the side, but you can't fully run your own business until you've got the full certificate. No, with digital marketing, you can start immediately. The moment you've got the confidence that you believe you're competent, you can actually start to go and get clients. So the certification is obviously going to push you through the entirety of the thing. In terms of funnels, that's our term for ads. So when you would have seen this, you would have clicked on this, you would have obviously seen, you would have clicked on learn more, you would have heard obviously the ManyChat sequence would have put you into a bot that would have asked for your details, then all of a sudden someone from our team, if not myself, would have messaged you. That's a funnel and that's an ad campaign. We show you and give you those campaigns to use towards your audience. We've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them on file. We show you how to write ad copy. So obviously I want to know how a guy that was 24 years of age went from being a demolition asbestos removal to a 28-year-old CEO. You obviously saw the headline, you're like, fuck yeah, this is sick. We show you how to write that. We then also teach you how to retarget ads through Facebook, generating a pixel and algorithm. So every time you capture somebody's email and lead, you can retarget an ad and create a lookalike audience, which obviously makes people that are exactly the same as them. We then show you how to retarget those ads, how to actually become and create every single ad campaign that I've ever created. It's over 265 lessons. And guys, you're probably sitting, oh, fuck, that's 265 hours worth of work. No, it's not. I have the attention span of a fucking goldfish. My partner always comments on it. My mates always comment. And I'm like, fuck yeah, bang, 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 always all over the shop. As you can tell, always talking real quick. So we broke the lessons down into 5 to 10 minute chunks. So you sit there, grab a stubby, grab a coffee, watch a little bit of it, go through the lessons, learn a little bit about it, then you can walk away, come back to it, walk away, come back to it. It's interactive. It's not a course, so you're not just getting given the course, which is a big thing. It's a certification. So we push you through just as if you're at CIT or TAFE or fucking university, whatever you choose to do. I say fucking university only because I'm not against it. I just, I didn't finish it. So CIT, TAFE, university, just like you have to go through module by module, semester by semester, lesson by lesson. It's the same with a certification. You're going to come out fully certified. So it's not, here you go, good luck. It's until you're competent, and we believe you're competent. There's a test at the end, which is fucking simple, bro. And guys, so just don't worry about that. It's very simple. We get you to the end point to say, yeah, we're good to go. So once you've got all that, obviously you're then certified, you're ready to go. Let's go to the races. That's the big thing that we want you to understand, is that we are here to work with you. We also give you access to an exclusive Facebook group. And that is a big thing, because a lot of courses out there, they just go, here, mate, good luck. And you never hear from them again. We're Australian-based, everyday guys. Majority of the team's Aussie. We're all come from a PT or a trade background. I generally radiate and attract people that are like myself, because I want to have a team of just lads that are just looking to help other Aussie blokes just fucking learn. So you're not going to have this thing where someone's off over in the US or over in a fucking Malibu beach house or some shit and you never hear from them again. We are easily, obviously, contactable through the group, which is really big. Chris himself is a Kiwi, so he's got the New Zealand accent. So there's an Aussie-Kiwi battle, but we actually come together like the Anzacs to actually work alongside each other. So we just want to obviously help people get in the game, because it's a massive gap in the marketplace, you know. And if that hasn't been clear in what I've been talking about, and obviously why you guys should become a digital marketer, it's like getting it's honestly like, if you heard of Bitcoin, it's like buying Bitcoin when Bitcoin used to be fucking bought and sold to buy drugs off the black market. You know what I mean? Like everybody, all the drug dealers and all the bloody stoners used to have Bitcoin, and they didn't even know they were going to be worth millions in the next few years, but they just fucking bought and sold whatever they did, and that was it. But like Bitcoin just exploded. Digital marketing's about to explode, you know, like it's already on the up. People don't know that what this is, and that if you think about it, majority of you guys are going to be, because we have set our ad targets to between, say, 20 years of age to 35 years of age, maybe a couple of you slip through the cracks, but generally between 20 to 35. If you think about majority of the employers, they're sitting at around about 45, 50, so they're generally sitting in an older demographic. They don't know what social media is. They don't know what Facebook is, Instagram, LinkedIn. Maybe they've got a Google ad out there, but they've been getting fucking hacked by some dude that just ran it constantly, or they're running it themselves or their partner. They don't know what it is. So the problem they're facing is that they don't even know what is right in front of them. They jump on Facebook. My uncle, my pop, he calls it bloody Instabook and Facegram. And he's like, I don't even know what this is, but he doesn't understand what he has access to and what his business is. He runs a real estate business and could have multiple access, doesn't use it. And I sit there and like, Pop, you could literally explode this with the power that you have right now. So I'm starting to do his ads. So I do give back to my family, but it's like, when you can actually see what we have in front of us right now and understanding the power of digital marketing and obviously social media and marketing those things, you can start your own businesses like I have. And I went from no background in business, no knowledge, to all of a sudden controlling a fucking online empire. And I say empire, not to be cliche or a dickhead, but it's kicking off. Like, I'm going to keep raising this. I want to get this to obviously 8 figures, so 10 million plus in sales revenue and obviously revenue per year. That's where I want to get this to. And I know already, I can see it, like I'm going towards it. So I've created this business and these concepts all through digital marketing. So you can either do that, or you can become a digital agency and just live a life of freedom. So find yourself 10 clients and charge between $1,000 to $5,000 per month, which we show you how to get your first 10 clients. And you can live a kickback life and go and chill in Bali like I did for Christmas and New Year's and spend an extra week there just because I could, so you don't have to come back to anything. Or you can actually go and use these skills to obviously go and help people to grow their businesses. So guys, I think that's pretty much it from me. And I just want to ask, I guess, anyone on here now, you've heard a little bit about certification. The scholarship opportunity itself is going to be pretty amazing. So I want to explain that to you. So we're going to give away 5 scholarships here. So as it currently stands, we've got the certification at the moment. This certification it's generally selling for around about I'm going to say upwards of $12,000 to $15,000 for the certification. Yeah. And we're also going to give you access to all our funnels and templates. These funnels have created millions and millions of dollars of business. So these funnels have actually created millions of dollars of business. And these funnels generally sell for themselves. So application tap funnel generally sells for about $10,000. That's about 22 we're up to now. Then we also have, obviously, from that, we have about $22,000 there. And then we also have a magnetic mind process, which is going to teach you about your mindset. So we have that as well. That's generally around about $3,500. That's already nearly $26,500. Then we have another program which is going to teach you how to sell, which is called Amplify Speaker Training, which is a nice way of saying sales training. We have that program as well, and that generally retails for around about $10,000. Yeah, so we're almost up to around about the $30,000, $35,000 mark. Yeah. And I said you might be saving 18, but I actually lied because I want to make this really special, and I want to obviously give this to anybody that watches this webinar. So $35,000 worth of value, and this is me just being completely transparent. These scholarships for the people that are on here tonight, and obviously the people that are going to watch this, there are going to be 5. And the reason why I'm giving these away is because I want to help people like yourself to get started. I just want to get you in the game, and I want you to obviously learn to become a digital marketer, because I fucking know the 9 to 5, the 7 to 3, it's bullshit. It's hard as, and I don't want you guys to keep experiencing that. So if you watch this far, continue to listen. It's basically sitting at around about $35,000 worth of value. And literally what I decided to do with these 5 scholarships, as a business, we're going to give you access to all of these things for literally only 5 people. We're going to give you access to this. And I'm going to be honest, it's going to sit at around about $8,000 for all of this stuff. So you're going to get the full templates to create a 6-figure business. You can create a 6-figure income from this business. You're also going to get access to, obviously, the speaker training, so the sales training. So you're going to be able to sell what you market. You're then going to get access to mindset. You're then going to get access to everything that we have, all our testimonials, all of our patent and stuff. It's a business in a fucking box, $8,000. And you know the better thing yet again is we actually have a student loan system as well, which is going to make us even better. And I'm going to put that around about $65 to $75 per week to make the payments on this. Let that one land, guys. $65 to $75 a week. What is that in comparison to yourself right now? That's probably a carton of piss, or maybe a night out, or a night out with the boys, or half a night out with the boys. If you drink like me, it's going to be half a night out with the boys, maybe a quarter of a night out. It's going to be literally getting some Uber Eats maybe once or twice a week. It's going to be giving up a packet of darts. It's going to be doing things that are obviously benefiting your life. You know, you can still keep doing those things, but make money. Don't keep using the money that you're wasting at the moment because you don't have it and you're not investing it. So $65 to $75 per week, and you can have this course. That's the massive, massive thing, this certification. This certification is going to change your life. So guys, I've already seen 2 people say, yeah, they want it. So 2 people have already said yes on this webinar. So what I've done, and what I said before, is I have a few more spots available on the webinar. So there'll be 10 on now. There's 4 now. So that's another 2 people. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say literally, like, this opportunity right now is for you to be able to jump all in. So if you're watching this on a replay, you need to get straight back to the person and tell them that you're all in. That's the fucking thing. We're not here to stuff around. We're not here to waste your time. We're here to show you exactly what it is. So that's now 6 people. So 6 people have said yes. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to put in your numbers. I'm going to get one of the team to give you a call in the next hour. So 6 people have said yes now. So this is amazing, guys. So I've got 10 spots on the webinar and 5 are going to be outside that for scholarship. So guys, can we get another 4 people to say yes? And I will even just say, if anyone says after this on the webinar, I'll give them away. Let's go. Let's go. So if we can get 4 more people to say yes. I've got 1 more person. So we're sitting at 7. We've got 3 to go. So guys, it's literally going to be $8K to create a 6-figure income, give you everything, a business in a box. University degrees cost upwards of $40,000, $40,000 to $50,000. Let that one land. Your apprenticeship at the moment, you've probably spent tens of thousands of dollars on your apprenticeship to buy a new work queue, to go and create your own business, to go and get some signage done, to go and do anything. If you're a business owner and you're currently doing like something like that, to go and get signage done, it's going to cost the same. Yet you're going to learn the skill that I've literally been able to use to transform my life. If you're going and sitting and start a business, to start a business right now, a general gym is going to cost you around about, if you want to start a gym, if you've got an interest in health and fitness, a gym is going to cost you $75,000 to $150,000. For a franchise, or if you want to do a standalone, it's going to be $50,000 plus. Literally $8,000, less than $10,000 to actually sit there and start your own business, to create a 6-figure business that's already tried, tested, and proven. So you don't have to fucking think about it. There's no risk involved here if you think about it, guys. It's already been taken for you. So literally, guys, so we've got another 2 people that have said yes. We've got 1 more spot for this webinar. So guys, if you're going to do this and you want to do this, this is the time now. The time is now. It is literally a billion, multi-billion dollar, $275 billion industry, billion with a B, $billion industry that you can have a piece of the pie. Learn to digital market, learn to become a remote digital marketer and live a life of freedom. You're 10 clients away. Look at this for a fact. If you literally find 8 clients in a whole 12 months, to pay you $1,000, 12 months, 365 days a year, 12 months to find 8 clients to pay you $1,000. The likelihood of that is then going to pay this course back. $8,000, your certification, $8,000 is all you need to make back from your investment. And you're telling me in 365 days in your first 12 months, let's go 182 days in your first 6 months, you're not going to be able to find 8 clients, 10 clients at least, and maybe you only retain them for 1 month. You're not going to be able to make the money back. Think about it, guys. Think about it now. You only need to make that money back and you're straight away in the green, straight away in the green. Think about if you're investing into a business. If you're going to become, you've done your apprenticeship or you've been working for somebody else, you want to go and become a plumber, you want to go become a builder, you want to become a sparking, you want to go out on your own, you want to do carpentry. How much is that going to cost you? The work utes, the insurances, all these sorts of things. You're going to have to go and do all those things and you're not guaranteed work. You're not guaranteed work, but yet there's so many people out there right now. So guys, let that one land. So we've just got, yep, the last person just said yes. So perfect, guys. That's 10 for the webinar. I'm going to leave 5 spots available now. 5 spots available are going to be left for these scholarship applications. So if you're watching this, if you've watched this far, you need to get straight back to the person now and let them know that you are going to do it. And I want to get a fuck yes from you. And if you do that, we will bring you in at this price and it will only remain like this for the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, guys, if you get this, you only have a 24-hour time frame to think about it. So, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for the 10 people. I'm going to get my team to call you. Write all your details in the comments and chat bar. I'm going to get my team to call you, and we're going to get the ball rolling with this straight away. So, guys, I just want to say this. Whether you do, whether you don't, it doesn't impact me. It doesn't impact what happens in my life. I'm going to continue to do this each and every day for the rest of my life. But who it impacts is yourself, your family right now. It impacts your opportunity for freedom. It impacts your opportunity to spend time with your family, your friends, your kids, and live the life you deserve. So ask yourself that question. Am I going to walk away from an opportunity right now where a guy's literally taken the time to show me the keys to a kingdom that I know can transform my life? I've come this far. Let's go over it. Let's go to the next stage. Thank you so much, guys. I can't wait to talk to you all soon. Peace out. Much love.